Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JTP Gaming Podcast. This is episode 2 of the official podcast that we started just last week. So let's jump right into it. I'm here with Jacob McGorvick and Ben Walters. We're going to talk about the games we've been playing this week.
We are a
then
little
we will take.
short-staffed.
We are short-staffed.
We're missing
today.
Colin. Paul could not, and Tommy is.
Neither could the person who shall not be named.
Yes.
Yes, because of
Thank
reasons
God.
that should be obvious.
Yes.
Destruction. He was going to destroy everything, and we could not have that.
All right.
So we are going to talk about the games we've been playing
Yes.
this week. Then we're going to take a short break and talk about the news.
Yes.
And then we'll move on from there.
All right.
We have a whole rest of
Can we talk about like real news?
Well, mainly gaming news, or really, if any of you have a topic that you'd like to that has just been really on your mind lately pertaining to gaming, we can talk about that. But
No.
Do you have a pen?
you have a pen?
Yeah, is that on your...
I have a pencil.
Oh snap!
Ooh.
Matt is ready.
I am.
Are you ready?
If I were,
Pass me.
if I were okay, I actually
There
don't
should
have.
be
wait.
There should be a.
If I were Batman,
Alright, we're
I would
cutting
be
this out then.
alive.
We're cutting this out then.
No.
Get hyper. Get hyper.
Matt, what have you been playing this week?
Well, for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 because clearly that game is amazing. It is one of the best games I've played in a while, although I said that about Blacklist as well, and then I also said that about Last of Us, and then I also said that about Tomb Raider, so I've really been having an entire string of games that have the potential to be Game of the Year, and Grand Theft Auto 5 is no exception. It is definitely amazing.
Yeah.
Jacob,
yeah.
you've gotten a chance to play
Yes,
it. What do you think?
I got it 2 days ago, actually, and I wanted to make, like, a Let's Play on that, but I don't have anything to record my Xbox.
So you don't have a
So if you
capture
have
card?
one,
No.
send it.
Yeah, please. Please do. I will love you.
You know, if we had a larger fan base, you'd be
Yes.
getting literally tons
Yes, like,
of capture cards in
50
mail.
capture cards. God damn it, I wish I was Tobuscus right now. Holy smokes.
Oh, God.
God, that life.
Seriously, that is... Imagine. All the
Yeah.
YouTube money.
Yeah. Monetization. So, anyways, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5. It's freaking amazing. It's got really good graphics.
I haven't played it.
I tried to get online, but it won't let me.
Here's the thing. I've tried getting online once. I got online once, which I was happy with. When you start the game, depending on what your character is, you start off and you meet one of the characters that you meet in the single-player campaign who annoys the crap out of me.
Should we spoil it?
No, this is just like the small little intro cutscene. And it's a terrible cutscene anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then you go off, and the very first mission you get in the multiplayer is you're forced to just do a race as like a tutorial, and I'm like, I don't want to do a race.
Yeah,
right
that's
now. I just want to jump into the open world. So like, they kind of hold your hands for like a small portion of the time, and the thing is, it wouldn't be frustrating if one. The internet actually, the GTA Online servers actually worked, and two, if I hadn't fucked up my character. Because the thing is, I played it once, and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna make a female character. So, I get into the game, and I'm like, this is really weird, because my female character has, like, facial features similar to a woman, but she's wearing clothes like a dude. I go to the clothing store later, I realize this is a dude who really looks like a
Are you
girl.
serious?
So I had to restart. I had to delete my character and go back, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking make the best goddamn character I can, and I'm actually gonna make it work. So, yeah, there was just a lot of really stupid stuff that was going on with the multiplayer, and hopefully they get it fixed soon, because otherwise I'm just gonna completely abandon it, which would be a complete loss, because the single player in and of itself is already worthy of a Game of the Year nomination of its own merits, especially with that story. Everything else about it, in terms of side missions, the side missions are pretty cool. The side activities, I don't really get involved in them.
Alright, so Ben, hashtag motherfucking...
Wait, that's not all I've been
gaming.
playing.
Oh, really? Okay, I
I
thought we were
played
naming
one other
game.
thing, and it's not even a game, it's a demo. I played the demo for Beyond Two Souls, which we have a trailer for later.
Alright.
It was kind of interesting, and by that I mean it was a bit frightening at first.
Now, what is that
Because-
game supposed to be? Is
Alright.
it like a role-playing game?
It is the best way I can describe it. It is an interactive movie experience.
Mhm.
What happens in it is it's based around this control scheme that is that has been used for all of the games of this type. The man who made it is a man named David Cage. He is a golden god of video gaming. This man has made some of the weirdest, but also simultaneously some of the coolest games.
Like what games?
Well, for one thing, he made a game called Fahrenheit. Well, it was called Fahrenheit in the UK, but it was also called Indigo Prophecy here.
Why wasn't it called Celsius in the UK?
Don't even. So
Someone
what
get
happened
that.
was, with that game, it was in the first 5 minutes of the game.
It's my brother.
In the first 5 minutes of the game, you kill this guy under mind control, and then you regain consciousness, and you realize you've just killed a man, and you have to hide the body. You have to clean up the blood before, and like they do this like picture-in-picture things. You see like you're in this diner, and there's this cop who's about to come out, who's about to go into the bathroom. So you have to like so you have to move the body, and you have to like. And then you see a mop, and you try to like clean up the blood, and you try to like get all. It's like the first 5 minutes are so tense because you're trying to cover up a murder that you just committed, and you didn't even want to commit it. And then you have to like make your escape, and the whole game is you trying to find out why did I kill this man? Why was I suddenly just possessed and like became this murderer? And and then it goes really bullshit crazy by the end because the story just takes this complete turn. It's like there is a cult that's trying to rule the world by making the entire world freezing and then taking over the world, and there are giant bugs trying to chase you in your dreams.
Giant bugs?
And you have no karate. So it's really weird. But it was unlike other games because it was a lot of QuickTime events. Like the game was based
I
around
love that program.
the game was based around like QuickTime events, and based on whether you succeeded or failed at certain things, it would affect the way certain characters felt, the way certain characters interacted with you, the way events turned out in the story. And then they made another game recently. If I say recently, it's more like a couple of years ago, called Heavy Rain, which was a PlayStation 3 exclusive game, and it was about this guy named the Origami Killer. More or less, it was about these 4 characters all trying to hunt down the Origami Killer.
That sounds realistic.
And the Origami Killer is this guy who kills. He kills. I think primarily like young kids, and then and then by their bodies he always leaves an origami like statue.
Is this a real thing?
He always uses like a origami like figure, and that's like his like trademark, and or his, like his symbol. And it was a really tense game because you could screw up so much in that game that it would just fuck you over. Like you could have a character die and you couldn't bring it back. There was no like respawning. There was no restarting. Whatever happened, and you had to like live through the consequences.
Yeah.
So a character could die, and you had to continue on. So you'd have these like fight scenes. Like there was a scene. It was like you find out it's a dream sequence, but leading up to it, you are like, oh my god, this is really tense. It's like there's this girl. She's in her apartment, and then she finds out that people are breaking in. So it's like she has to sneak past all these people, and it turns out like her like fighting these people who are like breaking into her home, and then it's like it turns out to be a dream sequence, but. It gets really tense because you screw up, you think the character's about to die, and it's like, oh god, it was just a dream sequence. I gotta be more careful next time, because otherwise that character would have died. And it's really interesting because it's just the way they have you interact with the environment. They have certain things where, it's just really difficult to explain, but they had such an excellent way of building tension through a game where it was a lot of QuickTime events.
Now is this game multiplayer? Like, can you do it online?
No, it's not multiplayer. It's just it's a single player centric game,
no
which
online.
I'm fine with. I love story games, especially something like this. I absolutely love this. I rented it once. I never finished it. I really want to, like, one of these days just go back to it and finish it, but it was really good. And Beyond Two Souls, I played the demo of it. It's about this girl named Jodie Holmes, I think her name is, and let's just call her Jodie. And she's voiced by Ellen Page, who, you know, the actress. I don't know if she was in Inception.
Yes, yes.
So, great actress. So she lent her voice, and also they did facial capture. So, and her character, Jodie, when she was born, she was linked to this entity, who she names Aiden, and it's like this ghost that's always been like communicating with her ever since, you know, she was a young girl. So she grows up and she realizes that Aiden can kind of manipulate certain things in the environment. Like he can move objects. He can like destroy certain objects.
Did you just tweet
for
welcome
God's
to
sakes.
Twitter me?
Welcome to Twitter. I should probably have a comma.
That's not really going to be our background, is it?
Yes, it will.
Welcome to Twitter me?
It's not asking people to Twitter you. It's like, welcome to Twitter me.
Alright, so Ben, what have you been
getting
playing?
rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That was a bad idea.
so yeah, the gameplay is really interesting because
Because you freaking don't have any people to follow. Anyway, so
I'll say one thing: the fighting, I was really annoyed with it at first because what it does is it goes kind of gray and it goes slow motion for a second. So, well, let's say you're about to punch me. So the screen will go like gray for a second, and I'll have to like use my right analog stick. Screw you. I'll have to use my right analog stick to decide like which direction. So if he's punching from one direction, I might have to move the right analog stick down to dodge, and then I'll have to use the right analog stick to like punch and you know hit. And it's really interesting. I'd have to show it to you for you to really grasp how they make such a big change to the way gameplay works.
alright, maybe we can watch a trailer.
Yeah, the trailer will be later. Ben, what have you been playing?
yeah, Ben, what have you
Okay,
been
well, honestly, there's been multiple things that I've been meaning to
Farming
talk about here.
Simulator?
No.
Such as...
Multiple.
Was that even a sentence?
I have to think for a second. Okay, so multiple things I've been wanting to talk about as far as technology goes. Drawing a blank right now.
Well,
Oh yes, it's been a big week for me compared to last week, which had almost no gaming at all. Battlefield 4 Beta was released,
Yeah.
which was something that I've been looking forward to since the end of Battlefield 3, so what was that? Like 2 Christmases ago?
That was 2011. That was the year of
That
fucking
was-
everything.
That was two Christmases ago that I finished it. And it's been a bit of a wait, and the beta kind of sucks. I wish graphics and the interface were better, but you know what, it's a beta.
What about the gameplay, though? That's the thing that really
Gameplay,
matters.
though. Okay, so it is definitely a learning curve as far as Battlefield 4 goes. Or as far as the Battlefield franchise goes. It's not like Battlefield 3.
Right. I wouldn't. I imagine there would be.
There's a lot more you can do with it. New vehicles, of course. Not very happy that they didn't put boats or jet skis in the console game, but...
Well, maybe they just didn't put in the beta for reasons. I don't really know.
what else have you been playing?
That's about it. I've
Really?
been playing that a lot.
Since when? Like, how many days have you been playing it?
Like since Thursday.
So yesterday. So yesterday you've been the only
It
game.
came out Thursday.
But the only game. No.
No,
bullshit.
that's me and Matt had a
the
talk about
the
this.
exclusive beta started like I think a week ago. The open beta started
I'm
today.
guessing you didn't buy premium Battlefield.
No, I
did you?
do.
No,
have
he
to-
did, and I still don't believe that he had access to it because I'm so all right.
I have premium
You have premium,
and gold, so,
So
it
do
was
I.
available.
but he has gold.
I have gold.
but he doesn't have premium. So the thing is, you shouldn't have to have gold and premium. That's like saying that I should have PlayStation Plus, which I actually should have it anyway, because it is amazing, and premium, which I have premium already. So the thing is, I think I should have it. And here's the thing, I really should have. Because you know what happened? I went into Battlefield 3 because I thought maybe I should get it from the... Maybe I need to put it in the Battlefield 3 disc to get it. It said, thank you for buying Battlefield 3 Premium. Get access to the Battlefield 4 Premium. Go online and find out how you can do that. So so my console should have known how to get it. But I couldn't get the fucking beta. Oh god, I know how I should have gotten it. Because the thing is, I think...
Wow. Holy, you guys
realized...
just saw that? Holy smokes.
I just immediately realized...
He was like talking, he was like, holy crap.
I have 2 accounts on my PS3. One of which is mine, and the other is the master account that my dad made when he set up PlayStation Network on my PS3. And apparently, a lot of purchases I sometimes make on that account because it's the master account, and I need to occasionally put money on the master account wallet. Yeah, get back to work.
Get back to work.
And I'm just gonna say right now, I'm not a huge fan of that background.
Yeah, we should probably change that.
You know, if we want to make it like the same as all the other stuff, we can use the same picture that I used for the YouTube background.
I worked hard.
I
worked hard on this. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't see your face.
I'm not a founder.
So
shut up.
Then why is Colin's face on
Why is Colin's face on there?
You can't see his face.
So when you click on the image, you can.
Ben, we're not fans of that drawing.
You can't click on it. This is all you see.
But you can drag it to your what's it called? And why is it whoop whoop? What the fuck?
No,
Wait, okay, you asked me a question.
Yes.
What did you ask me?
I didn't ask a single question.
You
I was just like, holy crap. Alright, well then you...
Oh, well, you know what? Oh, God, you know what? Apparently the Half-Life 3 trademark was likely hoaxed. So, fuck you, Valve. I have waited for 5 years for you to get your shit together and release this game. Just tell us you're not making it. You're clearly not making it. Just tell us you're not making it. And if you are making it,
Matt, I don't think they're watching.
And if you are making it, just release something. Release something. For God's sakes, if you're just waiting for us to not give a shit anymore, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna keep giving a shit because we love this franchise, and you screwed us over on this one. Okay, I'm sorry. I went off the handle.
Matt, I don't think they're watching.
I don't care. I don't care, Ben. That's the point of a podcast.
All right, so. We're going to take a break.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with news topics. My name is Matthew Lundeen. That's Jacob Mogorovic. That's Ben Walters.
And the new Twitter page, #JTP Gaming.
Yes, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the JTP Gaming Podcast. While we were gone, we watched the trailer for Beyond Two Souls. We decided to move up our schedule because it was getting a bit late. So we decided to watch the trailer right now. So, Ben didn't watch it because he's doing...
I watched it.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you actually turn your head to look at the screen?
I did.
You did?
Then what happened?
There was a lot of music at the end because I turned my head at the end, but so much happened in the thing.
Well, what did you think, Jacob?
It looked weird. I'm confused. So, is she, like, in her own world?
No, she's basically, she's linked to an entity that can interact with the physical world, and it's connected to Jodie. So she, can use Aiden to, or Aiden, however you pronounce it, to interact with the world, and, like, just, you know.
And Aiden's the guy she finds once she's laying in the ground, right?
No, actually, that's just bad editing on their part, because they talk about, like, oh, I've been linked to an entity, and then it's like, cut to this guy. It's like, no! Now people are confused. Because that actually that was just a guy who was completely unrelated.
Oh,
that guy's just a character you meet in the story. He's just a supporting character. But no, I don't think you actually ever see him. He's just sort of this entity that you're aware of his presence, and you're aware that, you know, he's friends with Jodie, because, I mean, well, they had enough time together for them to be friends. So, all I know is that when I first heard about the game, I was really freaked out, because the description they gave it was like, have you ever wondered what happens after death? And I was like, immediately I was just like, okay, what the fuck? Because it's like, And they set it up at E3 as being like the sort of like story of this this character who's just like linked to an entity that is beyond, that is like between the land of the living and the land of the dead. And I'm just like, this sounds really cool, but I'm worried I'm gonna get really like I'm gonna get like in this like state where I'm just philosophically just like really like freaked out, like what the crap. But no, it actually doesn't. It actually looks like it's gonna be a really good game. I'm very excited to get it.
Now, Ben,
So-
what were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Oh, he was gonna say nothing. Thanks for the.
How you doing, Ben?
Gonna make me warm. Also, no, okay, so, if we can cut this part out, because this is kind of, you can't really see it, but, watch this. Does this look like the same color to you? All one color?
Yeah. Oh, that looks beautiful.
But does it look like all one color?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, it's
Ooh.
not. No, it's not.
I like that green
no,
tint.
it's not. That's not a green tint. That's a lighter color of orange that matches this color and not this color.
Well, I like it.
It's a
It
fade,
it
and you
adds.
can see over here, you can see it, see?
I like it. It adds a bit of green to it. I like it.
But it looks like all the same color until, of course, you bring that up. Right?
Well, from this angle that I'm looking at right now, well, actually, when you bring it back,
Yeah.
it looks like a light green. But anyway, I like that. You know, this trailer came out a while ago. Apparently, there were some new trailers that they released, but we're not going to look at those right now. But because I actually want to ask a question, and this is a question that I've heard asked on this panel that I watched. It was from PAX, and it was a question that was posed during the Q&A segment that I'm going to steal. Sorry. It's a question of what do you want to see from gaming in the next 5 years. So I want to kind of go around and see, like, what's something that you want, like, gaming to evolve past, like, what's something that may be a problem currently, like, something that gaming is just getting so wrong that you just want them to get more right.
Okay.
So, Jacob, let's start with you.
What would I want to see? I think that I would want to see, like,
Boobies.
I don't know, because there's many things that they're doing well right now that I think can probably be, like, better, but it'd be weird. Like, graphics. Like, right now they're realistic, but I feel like they can get it even more realistic than they can now. I'm not saying that they're bad. They're perfectly
You're
fine.
saying that they can be better.
Mm-hmm.
And with the new consoles coming out, I think you're dead
Yeah.
on that they could get to a better place with graphics.
Also, I want to talk about consoles getting off the what do you want to see in gaming. I mean, technically this could be.
This kind of loops back into
I don't get what's the point of making an Xbox One. No offense for Xbox. I love Xbox. I own an Xbox. I play it like at least 4 or 5 times a week. So, why would you make an Xbox One that literally isn't different, except maybe like some tweaks on the graphics a little bit, other than having Kinect? I don't see the point of buying a $400 system
So
just for the Kinect.
Let me make a comment to you on that. The point is, Xbox is owned by Microsoft, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Apple TV started the great macro PC race to the living room. Apple TV went out there with, they have Netflix on it and they have all their iTunes on it.
He's right, actually.
Now, Xbox One was Microsoft's strike back. Xbox One is supposed to be a living room thing. It's not supposed to be in the basement thing. It's supposed to be
They're
something you
not
put
trying
in your
to
living
appeal-
room. It's
they're
got a
not-
DVD player. It's got your, I think it may have, damn it, it may have something like TiVo or something. I don't know. I haven't heard much about it, but it's supposed to essentially be beating Apple TV but have games.
Now, that brings up another thing then, fuck, I just forgot it. Hold on, I just
That
had
they're
it.
worried. Wait, can I guess? That you may be worried that their focus is going to be less on games and more on trying to bring, like, overall, like, get, like, be a jack of all trades rather than be a legitimate game console?
Sort of, like, I just thought of it.
Because that was a
Like,
concern for a lot.
then why are they making like specific games for the Xbox One, like that only can be on the Xbox One?
Like exclusive titles?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's
I mean, like-
the same reason any other person does exclusive titles, because let's say two consoles are very similar. Like, you have... the main reason you would have exclusives is because it's just another thing that gets people to buy that console over the next thing. Because if you have a game that is literally, like, looks so good, there's so much hype for it, that you're willing to pick that console over what Xbox is, what Microsoft has, you win. Like, you win in terms of at least some degree.
But the thing is, I think they're gonna lose a lot of sales because I think that people aren't gonna buy it for the Kinect. I think they're just gonna buy it for the console and then the game. So it's like literally pointless. Why even add the Kinect if like no one's?
The
gonna
reason they
use
want to
it?
add the Kinect is, for one thing, they want to try to do, well, I imagine they want to try to do the Kinect better, but also they want to try to find better ways to implement the Kinect. Now, this also led to some controversy because, they were like, because people were like, we don't want a camera that has night vision spying on us.
Yeah.
That also has to be on so we can hear us say Xbox on. So, I mean, there was a lot of controversy about that, and it's just
I'm sorry, but I just don't like. I already don't like the Kinect now. Like I find the Kinect like pointless unless you have like a super duper
I'll give it
big.
this. If you
living room.
if you are a fan of dancing games, I imagine then you will have a great time. And I own Just Dance 3, so I know.
My sister has all Just Dance.
I'm ashamed to say that I own Just Dance 3, and I'm like I kind of liked it when I played it. But other than that, so I imagine Kinect would be great for that.
Well, you
Thing
know what
is-
this means. We now have to do a Let's Dance, Let's Play.
Let's
yeah.
dance.
Let's Dance.
I
Hey,
do
well,
have a
we can call it that.
DDR.
We can call it a Let's Dance. It's like a Let's Play.
I do have DDR. We can do that.
Oh.
Why have you been holding out?
Why have you been holding back on that, man? That's a great opportunity. But, yeah, so I think that...
And then, like, I think that, no offense to PlayStation, but I think that PlayStation 4 is going to lose out because I heard that you're going to have to start paying monthly, too.
Here's the thing, though. The thing is, I'm not worried because at the end of the day, if both people are paying for online, it really depends who has the better system. And in the past, Microsoft has done this whole thing where with their online stuff, they've been, you pay money for the privilege of paying money for DLC and stuff like that. Whereas on PlayStation, it's like when you pay for like PlayStation Plus, there was they really stepped up their game. I think I think they really stepped up their game because after a response to that whole like time period where where the network is offline because of the fucking hackers. I think they really, not only did they really give back to the community in like a big way, because they gave everyone like a month of PlayStation Plus, and then we all realized like, wow, this is actually really good. But also, they started releasing a lot of games like every month you'd be getting like tons of like free shit. Like you'd be getting free demo, like free betas, a ton of free stuff. Like people who had PlayStation Plus, like which is $5 a month. You get Journey, which was my game of the year for 2012. It's a 90-minute game. 90 minutes. And it is my game of the year. That's how amazing that game is. So, literally, I mean, they gave you all this really good stuff for free. So really, I don't think it's a matter of how much you're paying for it. I think it's a matter of which one is more worth the $5 a month.
Yeah, because, like Xbox started, if you have gold, you get free games. Like, this week is Rainbow Six, Vegas.
Oh, God, it's so great. So great.
Yeah.
The second one, I think, was better, but...
I've never played the second one, but you can download that. Last game, or one of the games was actually Assassin's Creed 2.
That's a good thing.
I was waiting for it. Like they've been coming out with free monthly games that are actually pretty good. Like I'm actually surprised that they actually like let those out because you think, oh, maybe they'll just let out some indie game that rarely has been noticed and they just wanted to get like more notice.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that this is what matters the most. The console that's going to win the console war is going to be the console that provides the best exclusive games. It's going to be the one that has the best is going to have the one that with the most, like, probably the best network.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the one that has, overall, just, like, the best, I don't know, I want to say feel, but I don't know if that's really the right word to describe it.
User interface.
User interface, yeah. You summed it perfectly. High five.
I'm liking it.
Well, yeah, it works. It works. Okay. So
I like it.
overall, I mean, I think that in terms of launch titles, they're not doing so well because the only exclusive titles for Xbox so far are Rise Son of Rome, and then there's Dead Rising 3.
Dead Rising 2 also, Case Zero, was also a free downloadable game.
Oh,
I was
cool.
missing that one.
Cool. Well, that's good of them. For PlayStation, their exclusives are Knack, which is that kids game, which it kind of looks interesting. And then there's
Yak is nothing
or
compared to
some people call it
SpongeBob.
Toblerone Robot. just watch the trailer. It's kind of it looks cute, but
There's
yeah,
a link right here.
No, there probably actually
there
isn't.
probably isn't. Let's face it, we're not
Yeah.
nearly good enough for that. I'm gonna have to talk to you about what types of tags we've been making for these podcasts. So we can,
Hashtags.
JTP Gaming.
yeah, like that.
No, follow that.
And like.
And
Well, yeah,
like
but,
on
but
Facebook. And send nude
No, I'm saying
pictures to
like,
Instagram.
and I'm saying it's similar to that because I'm saying like what tags are we using for our video for like when people search it. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but we're not talking about that right now.
No, we just were.
But we're not. Well, we shouldn't.
Alright, so anyways.
So anyway, and then they also have Killzone Shadowfall. The thing is, so really both consoles really don't have that great of a launch lineup. I mean,
Yeah, but I have to admit that I'm sorry, but I think Xbox's games, like I feel like PlayStation games are more towards the kids, and Xbox
Not
game
really.
I think it's the other way.
not really. If you look at it, I've actually struggled to find kids games on PlayStation. The best I can find is Little Big Planet, which is not a bad example. And then there's this thing,
Wait,
which is
what
Knack.
what games were you just talking about?
Knack.
And what else?
Okay, wait.
And
What
there's Killzone.
What are we calling children's games?
Games that would very much appeal to like the sort of like under 10 demographic. I'd say there's a lot more on Xbox,
Honestly,
and that is a bit
wait.
rarity.
Hold on. Is Minecraft on PS?
Minecraft is on Xbox.
But is that on PS?
I don't think it's on PS. I think they might be releasing it on PS3. That's actually a huge advantage. All I'm saying is that I'm saying like PlayStation, if anything, they are like the masters of like first party exclusives. Like with Xbox, there was Halo, and then there was Gears of War.
Who is the second party?
Well, second party. Well, no. First party. It applies to like who's making it. Like first party.
I have the internet. I can do it.
No, but I can just explain to you. Like, first party would mean, like, if it was first party, that means like it's like usually an exclusive title for PlayStation. That's worked on by a company. Say Naughty Dog. You know they made Last of Us. That was an amazing game. It was a PlayStation exclusive.
I just was like hitting the delete button. And this is what showed up.
Alright.
I like it.
Yeah, that kind of looks interesting. I don't even know what it was, and I said it was interesting. That's kind of bizarre.
I don't know.
So, that's what you want to kind of see from gaming in the next 5 years. Or was there something else?
I did the bond. Okay.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I guess technically.
So Ben, what do you want to see?
Google.
So Ben,
Google.
what do you want to see from gaming in the next 5 years?
More games.
Is that it?
Better quality games released quicker. The next Skyrim should be out by now, but instead they're working on online, which looks like it sucks.
Well, also, if they're gonna make, let's remember,
Many people want that actually.
2007 was the last. 2007, I believe, was the release date for Oblivion, right? 2007? No, it was 2006. 2006, Oblivion came out, and then it was 5 years of development time between that, and I think that's worth it though because you start releasing a game of that size and caliber. I think a game of that caliber is worthy of the 5-year wait. I think because there's so much to do in Skyrim. There's so much to do that I think if someone's like really like, I really want to play an Elder Scrolls game, they can play Skyrim, and then when the next one comes out, it's like, yeah, this feels fresh and new again. I can perfectly fine with waiting another like 4 years. Well, actually no, another 3 years now because it's like 2 years since
Yeah.
Skyrim came out. I'm perfectly fine waiting another 2 years or 3 years until the next Elder Scrolls game. What I'm worried about is that we're gonna have more of these situations like Valve, where it's like they take so long to develop
Valve
a
does
sequel
not.
or a game.
Valve does not release a third game.
They don't, and here's the thing: they threw
Half-Life
themselves into a hole because
Stop
they were.
waiting for Half-Life.
Shh,
3.
just let me talk. They threw themselves into a hole with this whole thing because they were like, you know, I mean, because for so long after the release of the Orange Box, they were talking about they were talking about it. They were like, sorry, can't talk about it. Sorry, can't talk about it. And then like I don't know, it's just become I'm not so much excited anymore. I'm just so much sort of just like annoyed with them. It's like, it seems like you can't blame them for being quiet. But who's to say they're being quiet if they're just like not working on it? And if they aren't working on it, why don't they just say they're not working on it? And then say
No,
the
we're not
embarrassment.
working on Half-Life 3. Don't be ready for it. Instead of getting our hopes raised, why don't you tell us straight out?
And maybe you can do what you did for Portal 1. Have a DLC that ends the game right there. But even that is very difficult. How about you just try to do a DLC that changes the ending of Episode 2 so we don't get chills every single time we see the ending? Because I'll remind everyone, the last 5 seconds of the ending of Half-Life 2 are...
Spoiler.
Well, I'm not going to say what happens, but it literally...
If you haven't completed Portal 2 by now, you deserve to be
sorry, not Portal 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. The last 5 seconds...
You deserve to be disappointed if you haven't finished Portal 2 by now.
Oh, God, it was so good. The last line of dialogue is spoken. It's like this black screen, and the last line of dialogue is spoken, and every single time I listen to it, it gives me chills, because it's so ominous and terrifying that I'm just sent into this state of just shock and awe every single time I look at that ending, because literally the ending is a thing of it is a masterpiece, and it immediately makes you want more, which I think is why everyone is angry, because they're like, we want more, and they are not giving it to us.
Now, do you think there's going to be a Portal 3?
No.
I don't think so, because, and that's the only franchise, well actually it's one of the 2 franchises, actually one of the 3, the only one that really needs to continue, the only one that they really, I think should work on is Half-Life 3. That's only because that's the only one where the last game didn't just end it. There doesn't need to be another Left 4 Dead, because there was never a story that there needed to be.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be another Portal, because, the ending didn't imply there needed to be. There should be another Half-Life, because the ending implied that there was an entire adventure they had to go on to save the fucking world. There should be.
I hate it when game developers make, an ending scene where it, makes
you just,
oh, so there is going to be another one, and then they just never talk about the next one.
They never talk about it, and it's just, it angers me, and I don't want to be like that guy who's just like, oh my god, you're the worst, but seriously, it's not a situation of you are a terrible developer, because obviously they're not. They're not a terrible developer, they're a great developer, they make great games. The problem with them is that they cannot handle this whole situation well. It's if they're working on it, they better announce it. At this stage, people are losing their shit. They need to do something really quick. Either they need to admit defeat, and they need to admit, look, guys, we aren't working on it for a while. Because I have a feeling this is going to turn into Duke Nukem Forever all over again. And
there were many Duke Nukems.
I don't want the next one to be awful. I don't want the next Half-Life game to come out, and I don't want it to be this is horrendous. I want them to have a certain degree of quality that is efficient. What is that?
Yeah.
They do. I think there's another thing that kind of looks like other than that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that.
That's not something that we need to address.
Was that the thing you wanted to see in?
No. That was just kind of advancing on his. What I want to see. This is something that a YouTuber, I heard him say, in response to the same question, and I don't really want to copy it, so there's another thing as well, but one thing that he said, and I won't spend too much time on it. You okay, buddy?
I'm stuck.
I won't spend too much time on it, but I want to see I don't want any more of this, bullshit, putting graphics over storytelling. I don't want to see that anymore. I'm okay with, you putting a bit of polish on your game. But if you have a game where you want to make a good story and you make it clear in your ad campaign that you want to deliver a good story, don't make a lackluster story and put with
good
great graphics and then
Mario.
say that you delivered on your promises.
Not mentioning any specific games, but Mario.
But did they ever really promise groundbreaking
Yeah.
storytelling?
Yes, they do.
I think they promised great gameplay. I think they promised great like progression through the story. But I don't think they promised like amazing story. So I think graphics isn't the issue with a franchise like that. But for franchises like say Battlefield, it's like they promised they were the ones who were like they were like in their ad campaign they were like, this is going to be a good single player. We got that trailer that just gives me chills every single time I watch it. I still watch that trailer. It wasn't a very good. Oh, wonderful!
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Whoop, except you
Whoop,
had
whoop.
the chin.
No.
You know, actually, wub actually seems nice. For
No, whoop.
Wub.
Yes, whoop.
Not wub.
No.
Not like dubstep.
No.
Oh.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Whoop whoop.
All right.
Only I do it.
Yo mama. All right. So hashtag JTP Gaming.
So,
So
on our new Twitter page.
So should we just finish?
Yeah, I'll just say one more quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, story. You know, I'd like to see more, especially first-person shooters. I like to see a greater emphasis on story and a greater emphasis on mechanics within the story.
Now he's not saying that make horrible graphics and make the.
I'm just saying.
Make them equal.
I'm just saying. You know how Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is like, we're gonna get a really good writer.
Mhm.
We're gonna get a cast of people who you may know from Hollywood.
And then we're going to have shit graphics.
But the graphics. But here's the thing, graphics don't matter to me. Like the thing is, I'm okay with you not having amazing like 1080p like this is ultra real graphics in exchange for having a story and a story that is actually kind of cool, an enemy that is actually kind of threatening, and gameplay that is legitimately layered. That's the way I can describe layered. Like there's an entire mission where it's like you're running through the very first minute, the first like 5 minutes of the level are. You're going through this like
Better follow Barack Obama.
you're going through this like flooded hotel. You're going through this flooded like convenience store in the middle of this country, and it's raining out, and you have this like mech following you that's like firing, and you can control you can activate its flamethrower, and you can designate targets for it. Meanwhile, they're shooting a ton of people who are in this place, and it's just like that needs to be in more first-person shooters. There need to be more layered gameplay of like there are more enemies, there are more enemy archetypes. I want to see that. I want to see them doing kind of like what they did in Far Cry 3, where you're just like, hey, let's have like really varied enemy archetypes, so that fighting people isn't always the same thing every once in a while. It's not the same type of person who you're fighting.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that. But other than that, I think that is actually everything.
Like in
storytelling
Payday
over
2, how
graphics
they
and
have
first-person
dozers,
shooters.
SWAT teams, that can be good because there's not only just policemen.
Oh, and by the
There's-
way, I want them to keep pushing the envelope of what is possible to tell in storytelling in gaming. I want, here's something. I want them to do something that shocks people. I want them to do something that it's like, news stories are reporting about this, and they're just like, why are we putting this in a video game? Seriously, I want them to have the next Call of Duty. This would be amazing. If there'd be there'd be news coverage about this for a bunch of, assholes who are going on. I want the next Call of Duty game. I want there to be a story where it's like the main character is this guy. He's a soldier. Really great story, great character development, great plot, and then just you reveal early on he's gay, and it's like you try to completely pull it off. You don't mention it that much. You're just like, we're gonna see how we're gonna see how mature our audience can be at the idea of this happening, and just try to completely have a.
So try to sneak a gay guy.
Try to sneak that in, and try to push the envelope. Put more of
maybe have
a different type of
or if you go onto their website and it'll be choose this person who you think have a survey and they can draw to win a Call of Duty T-shirt.
Wait! That has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. I was talking that they should try to put more varied characters and just don't have the same old
You
like
better do that.
thing for characters. Like try to have characters that are.
Yeah, I know, but I was like saying, if they did have a gay guy, that they should have like a survey on their website saying, think about the person who you think is the most weird. Boom. Boom.
Wait.
Hashtag JTP Gaming.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Alright, we're gonna end it right
Alright,
here.
yeah, we're gonna end it right here.
No,
My-
no. I
Wait.
have something to say.
Okay.
Something I'd like to see is I don't want to sound like a bloodthirsty maniac, 13-year-old, sexually confused asshole.
Just say what you want to
Yeah,
say.
fucking say
Say what you want to say.
But I'd
Don't-
like to see more gore in video
Oh, I
games.
thought you should say
in first
boobs,
person.
but
We already see enough gore. and
Yeah.
No,
boobs.
but the point is, when was the last time you saw more than just a shitty-looking blood pile on the ground? when
well, what do you
someone
want?
dies?
Like,
Do you
Sniper
want?
shots
Do you
at
want?
the
Do you
butt.
want? Do you want like the ending of Blacklist? Like, what
I
Yeah.
want something
Yeah.
more like I don't want to have to be
Decapitation?
able to shoot someone in the head and then have to shoot them again in the head. I want that to
yeah,
be a
I
kill.
feel like.
And
Well,
then
I
if
mean,
I want to shoot
in
them in the
GTA,
leg, I want
that
them to
is a
start running
one-shot
into-
kill. A headshot is a one-shot kill.
well, I mean, are you talking about just dismemberment, or do you want to see like a fit, like the guts spilling out?
No. I want to see at least something happen to the body other than just fall on the ground.
That happens in a game called Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
but every video game, I would like to see
Okay,
that
every-
put into.
Okay.
All right,
That
that makes
reasonable.
sense. Even kids' games.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
like, oh no,
Naughty
little
bear.
Jimmy,
Naughty bear.
stay away from the lawnmower.
Oh God, naughty bear.
Don't get the. Oh wow, I just heard my voice echo. That was weird. Well, I think we're getting kind of off the topics now.
Yep.
So, my name is Matthew Lundeen. This is JTP Gaming Podcast.
Hashtag JTP Gaming.
We will see you next week. Sorry we didn't have any more people on this podcast, but I actually feel like a smaller number of people is
We
better.
get shit done.
So
We get
Anyway,
it done.
like and subscribe if you enjoy, but the point is that if you like it, you should like it, and if you want to see more, you should subscribe. But I do not have to tell you what to do because you have self-control over what you do.
yes, and we don't want to force you to do anything you want to do. You are a consenting adult, hopefully. So we just
35 to 40 years.
18%.
Is that our demographic?
Yes, actually.
I missed.
Yes.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Get hyper. Get hyper.
Like and subscribe.